Dude, I haven't pooped in, oh, Jesus, what year is it? 23? It's probably
Whoa,
been
hey, this is not good.
7 years since I've even pooped. I still excrete shit. It just comes out of different orifices.
Which ones?
His mouth, obviously. Have you heard him on this show?
Yeah, for real.
Real potty
That's how
mouth.
you get it out every week. Talk shit.
I'm not a fucking potty mouth, you dumb bitch.
Talking some shit.
Stupid bitch.
Dude. Okay, you're not a potty mouth.
Adam shits out his face. That's why we don't have to look at him with the lights off.
Yeah. I'm
That's
doing it
just
a
shit.
courtesy.
Adam's shit face instead of clay face.
Batman's like, do I have to catch this guy?
Can we just kind of let this one figure itself out?
Yeah.
Robin's getting gagged by shit fist.
Shit fist.
Yeah, he's getting gagged by a shit fist.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, carrying that coffin around does seem like if you're really constipated and you just can't get it out. That's what it's like to just go to work that day and stuff. You just feel like you're dragging a coffin.
Through mud.
Yeah. It's a
Or you
beautiful
wish
metaphor.
you wish you were stepping in mud.
Dude, it'd be so much better.
I think with this movie Django, if I think it would have been a better movie if he would have flipped it open and flipped the coffin open and it was just like one of those walkers, like for old people, walker handle things that you can poop in. A walking toilet.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm talking
I
about?
was like, where are you going with this? I was like, is this going to be related to pooping?
Wow, very mature, Ryan.
Hey, I'm a child at heart.
I think it would have been better if he opened his coffin and inside was a love letter to the world and inspired peace in the South.
What did it say? Give me your gold.
Let's all join together and create a really nice town. Let's not all shoot each other with a Gatling gun and double cross each other. Let's join forces and work together.
No,
We could turn
That's
this
a
mud
beautiful
into
dream,
gold. We could turn the mud into gold.
that's a Django dream right there, buddy.
Yeah, how come people don't make mud the currency if that's what's around, you know?
Because there's too much of it. Everybody would be rich.
Then you're describing a socialist utopia.
Well, the thing is, like with the West,
You
like
dumb.
that's not
They're
really
using
mud.
mud as currency.
It should be like
That's what it's like
horseshit.
in the Scandinavian countries.
They do not have little mud coins. Wait,
That's how they pay for all their universal health care.
have you been?
No, I haven't been. Unfortunately.
The Vikings didn't use money, okay?
Mudney?
They
I
used
am a
like
quarter Danish, though.
runes
Oh
and shit.
my God, dude. You bring this up every conversation. A quarter Danish? We get it.
Just proud. A
You
quarter
raped,
proud.
you got
Is that why,
rape
hey
and
Adam,
pillaging in your body?
is that why your feet look like bear claws? Big jelly, big piles of jelly in the middle of your ugly toes.
That was a good fake laugh, Adam.
I don't appreciate you talking that way about my quarter of my culture.
Keep my feet's name out your damn mouth. And then you go up and foot slap him like from Zohan.
It's from Zohan. No, dude, that was the Oscar.
Yeah, but
No,
Zohan
but
used his
Thinking it-
feet.
He used his feet and he slapped him. And at
Oh,
one
right,
point,
right,
it's
right.
like pop, pop, and both his feet are in. It doesn't make sense how he's still standing. God, that dude, if he hasn't, Adam Sandler deserves a freaking prize of some sort.
Is that a pro-Zionism movie, by the way? He's like an Israeli special agent. He's like a superhero.
Yeah, duh.
Is he doing that to Palestinians? doing
He's doing it
comedic
for us.
flurries. It made me like Israel more, that's for sure.
What's your beef with Israel, Adam? Let's get real.
He's Danish. You just heard.
Yeah, the Danish and the Danes and the Israelis go way back. Kind of Hatfields and McCoys, kind of one of those situations.
Well, I wish I had a
that?
Gatling gun and I could shoot you to death.
Why, you Israeli?
Man, I wish I had a coffin.
Dude, what would be in your
Yeah, you
coffin,
just
Ryan?
die.
A bunch of empty 5-hour energies. That's what I got. I'm moving. I'm packing. I'm moving. I'm shaking.
You
Yeah.
gotta be buried in those, dude.
And getting these. Yeah, I have that trash can bag full in another suitcase, like a carry-on suitcase full of
If
empty
you
5-hour
die,
energy bottles.
yeah, do you want us to make sure that that's in your coffin with you?
I want you to make the coffin out of them because I'll know they'll last forever, and so
In
my
the-
body
in
will
your-
be perfectly preserved.
In a
Mm.
pyramid, you have 5-hour energy drinks and twisted teas and roaches,
All the stuff you need in the afterlife.
a bucket hat,
Couple pennies
Yeah.
for
Your
death.
duster.
a framed
Yeah.
crow soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, I need to
Ryan's
get that
wearing a
off.
crow shirt. Are you wearing that for the occasion of the movie? Because this is very crow-like.
I only wear this shirt. It's either crows or Corvettes, baby. That's the
That's
only
your motto.
T-shirts I wear. That's the county motto. Crows and Corvettes. CCC, baby. We wear red scarves.
You wear red hoods.
Some of my cousins.
It's cool.
Are they in
This
the
movie was like an anime movie. Like this would be a sick anime.
How so?
Yeah. Well, I think Italian movies influenced anime a lot. They draw characters who look like Italian movie characters.
That's true.
Because I don't think most anime artists were into like prestige cinema. I think they're into like trash exploitation movies. And they draw characters who look like Django with like thin noses and like crystal blue eyes, and
Yeah.
they don't
True.
move.
And what a face on this guy.
I mean, obvious like anime's coming from Kurosawa, not where'd Kurosawa get his?
Well, it kind of goes
Spaghetti
back and
westerns.
forth, right? It goes westerns
No,
to
spaghetti.
samurai.
I
You
thought
have John
I thought,
Ford. Well, America invented the western. Okay.
Yeah, after
obviously.
Kurosawa.
Then
And
you get
Italians invented
Kurosawa.
spaghetti.
Kurosawa
So it was
inspired
samurai
Django.
movies. Yeah, exactly.
This whole movie is basically Yojimbo. And then
Yeah, he made it to be like his version of Fistful of Dollars.
yeah. So in Italy, whenever a movie gets
that makes
popular,
sense.
there's just like a bonanza. There's like hundreds of ripoffs and copycats. And Django, this movie from 1966, like when it came out, there's like hundreds of ripoffs of this movie. Maybe 100. There's like 100
101 in Quentin because Django Unchained.
Yeah, there's like 101 Django unofficial movies.
Starring
some reason-
nobodies.
Starring everybody.
Oh.
There's some famous people played them. Like
And there's an old evil rich
just
lady
became
who
a
wants
character?
to turn them all into a fur coat. Right, guys?
What?
yeah.
101 Django movies.
Oh, yeah. Dull Django's. 101 Dull
Glenn
Django's.
Close, huh?
You know what I'm saying? I
Mr.
just saw
Burns
Cruella,
even.
guys. I'm flying high right now.
Yeah, so in Italy, whenever a movie is popular, they rip it off like a million times. Like Bird with the Crystal Plumage, the Argento movie that gets turned into like a
Never
million
heard of it.
Giallo movies, and then Godfather's a big hit.
But that
so then
happens
it happens in
Hollywood, too.
America because now like we're in the era of the John Wick action movie. All the action movies are like John Wick, and then before that, all action movies were like Taken, Liam
Right.
Neeson,
That's
and
how
Taken.
the business always works, though.
Yes,
I
but
think
the
'cause it's
thing
so
in
risk
Italy,
averse.
is that there's hundreds of them, and they're just so ruthlessly like they're like it's like a unapologetic copy. Like this is a complete copy, not a complete copy, but just to be like Fistful of Dollars is based on Yojimbo. And then this movie's like, yeah, well, we're also based on Yojimbo, and we have a
Yeah.
cowboy, and he's quiet, and
That
he's cool.
and there's one long scene where he's because is it Fistful of Dollars where Clint Eastwood crawls under the thing? It's like just one long tedious scene where he's crawling through the entire town while the whole town is looking for him. It's in
I
one
don't
of
know.
those. It's either
remember.
Fistful.
Probably that
It's
one.
in one of the
He's like-
it's in one of the trilogies.
Fistful of Dollars is really
crawls, so-
quiet and weird.
It has like a coffin scene where he's dragging the coffin from roof to roof. Like
Oh yeah.
Clint Eastwood did that shit. And it's
Yes,
an
yes.
amazing scene. Yeah.
It's cool that this movie is about like the South versus Mexico or whatever. Like, it's kind
Absolutely.
of unique.
Kinda, yeah.
That's
Like-
very unique to spaghetti westerns.
Yeah.
Made me want to play
Because
Red Dead.
They're shot in
already
Spain.
won there.
They
What
they
does
shoot them
it?
in Spain, so they cast the Spanish actors as the Mexicans,
Genius.
and they don't have a lot of Native
A
Americans
lot of people make that
in their movies.
misconception.
And
But
also
yeah,
their
that was
movies
cool.
aren't about like we watch Ride Lonesome, you know, and like if you watch like any white American Western from the 50s and 60s, it's always like we're taming the West. We're turning it into civilization. We're modernizing the West.
Yeah.
Or then when they get older, it's like the death of the West kind of thing. Like, I'm
Right.
an old cowboy. The world's moving along. But like, yeah, the Italian spaghetti Westerns, they're always
Well-
like, they got to have the Mexican army in there. They got to have like
But the Italians are
executions.
the like American Westerns are made by Americans. You know what I'm
True.
saying? Italian Westerns are made by Italians, not Americans. So
Italian American Western.
Yeah, I know.
So what I'm saying is they're outsiders.
But their
and-
movies about America,
but,
which
like-
is funny.
But like, I guess what you were saying, like about the American Westerns, were how like they are about taming the West or whatever. It's like that's what America did.
Absolutely. Yes. So that's the difference. I'm just saying, like, this is,
We're still taming it.
Why are you air drumming right now?
I'm whipping the West. I'm taming it. I'm like, come on,
Oh, I
tame
see.
the West.
Okay,
Get in there. Come on.
Yep, yep.
that's cool. It looks awesome.
That's what you say. And trust me, that I live in Texas. That you go, yep, yep. Yo, what do you do to me? That's what you
William
call
Bell
cattle.
looked badass, I gotta say.
Yeah, we got to. So this movie stars Franco Nero, which translates to Frank Black, which is pretty cool. It's
That's
a cool name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam Nero.
Hell yeah,
Nero Adam.
Adam
There you
Black.
go. Black Adam.
That's me, dude. This Franco Nero. Yeah, if this is like an alternative to Fistful of Dollars or whatever, like Franco Nero versus like Clint Eastwood, it's kind of an interesting comparison. Franco Nero just has like, he's really popping in this Italian spaghetti Western color that they got, and he's
Yeah,
got these like
He's dressed like Samuel
beautiful blue
Jackson in
eyes.
Hateful Eight. Yeah.
yes,
He's wearing a
but yes,
Union soldier outfit. I guess John Wayne wore that with some movie too. But
he
like,
rescues this prostitute, and who's like getting like attacked by
getting
Me-
She's a slave.
Mexicans,
She's a sex slave.
Mexican soldiers, right?
yeah.
She's not a
And then
prostitute.
he
she's a
gets
sex
rescued by her,
slave.
and then you like see these like beautiful blue eyes. You're like, God damn, like this is
God
the
damn.
handsomest guy
He's
I've ever seen.
He's 23.
And he's also really tan, or is that a fake tan?
yeah,
he's
his skin's
dirty.
painted.
But
They like to put the
remember that
makeup on
thing he
thick.
says-
his trench coat is tattered. That's what I liked. Is he's been walking around, who knows how long he's been walking.
Well, he also has a horse saddle. He's holding a horse saddle and dragging a coffin. So
Yeah,
his horse has
something
died.
something happened. Yeah,
He's
But it's
And
not dirt.
everything is
It's like
tattered.
he's
it's
like
I think it's supposed to be dirty though.
orange. He's like
And
orange.
that's how
that's
Yojimbo.
orange dirt. You're saying?
No, that's just probably
No,
bad
his
makeup because the movie was made in 1966.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's like maybe he's also really tan. They give him like a little. It's like
Oh,
interesting makeup.
he
It
should
really
be if
makes him
he's
pop.
walking.
I think that was the style. You had to be tan back then.
Well, I
Because
mean,
he's
he's a
outside.
cowboy
Well, he's
walking like
outside,
the
right?
deserts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. You're in the sun a lot, but
If anything, I don't think he was
he's a
dark
handsome man.
enough.
And he's such a good screen face. Like Clint Eastwood is like a famous screen face, but Franco Nero's his face is
He's
like
rugged.
it's like this crazy color thing. It's like a Lisa Frank poster. You know, it's like you're looking at something, you're like, whoa, this is like so intense and saturated. You know,
Right.
The movie's
His
very
eye, it's the eyes,
saturating,
man.
colorful.
Clint Eastwood is kind of more just like slits, like a couple different slits, an arrangement of them. Franco Nero's like,
Gross. That's the most
that
disgusting
is
way to
gross,
describe
dude.
to describe a human's face. Yeah, there's just like
That-
a bunch of slits.
oh my god, shocked myself. Yeah. So what do you guys think
Who
about
would
that?
He's got
who's
two dick
hotter?
slits for eyes.
Yeah, who's
Yeah, he's got
hotter,
two big
Adam?
slits. He's got two little slits for
Two big
nose,
dick
a
slits.
nose, and then one big slit for his mouth.
Well,
Ugh.
he looks way tougher than
Squinty,
Franco Nero.
very squinty.
He's not just a pretty
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. I'm not
Franco
saying it's
Nero looks
better or
like Frank
worse. I'm just
Sinatra,
yes, yeah. I
and they try to
agree.
make
It's
him
kind
look
of
grisly, and he just looks
He
like a
but it's
pretty
did.
boy.
it makes him
He's a
like
pretty grizzly boy.
contrast against the. I mean, the movie is colorful, but like he just like sticks out in a way where. Also, this movie introduces him in a way that is like really good and kind of like has like a mythic quality because it's like the prostitute, the sex worker, I guess, is
She's a slave. She was sold to the
right,
Mexicans. She didn't want. She
human
doesn't want to
victim
do
of
any of this.
trafficking.
Yeah.
Um, very sad, but so she's getting attacked by the Mexican soldiers, and then he like you see him like he walks up on it, dragging this coffin. You're like, who's this guy? Also you just heard a song about him. So you're
Who's
like,
this
there's
guy
something.
Django with the theme song Django that played over him walking for
Yeah, exactly.
a quarter
I want to hear more
mile.
about this
5
guy
minutes,
Django.
maybe. Yeah.
But
I do like how
so
they
like
played
he
that
sees
out
him,
that long.
yes, and then
Who's this
when
guy?
so you're like, what's this guy gonna do? And then all
What's
of a
he
sudden
doing?
you see
Who's this
all
main?
five of them
Who's
get
this guy
shot.
named
Like
after the movie?
Who's this guy that looks exactly like Clint Eastwood in the movie that
I'm
looks and
listening.
sounds exactly like Fistful of Dollars? This
Is this
Yes.
Django?
But
The Django?
so he shoots. The scene is the way they introduce him is he shoots the all five. It looks like he's shot all five of them at once. It's like so fast that they all like get shot at once, and you're like, whoa, this guy's like almost he's like Neo or something like that in this like world. He's like kind of
Legendary marksman.
extra special.
well, he's like man with no name.
Yeah, he's like really good. He's not going to die. He's the hero. But then it's revealed that it's these Red Hood guys, which are cool looking. Or no, I think they're wearing them as neckerchiefs at that point.
Yeah, they don't have the hoods yet.
Well, there's
Not
two
hoods
gangs
yet.
in the
They
town that
haven't
are
thought of,
fighting.
like-
Hold on. Let me just
They're
talk,
like, let's try
okay?
it as
Because you're
neckerchiefs.
not. I thought you had a point, Adam.
No, I do. And then you see that it's the Red Hood guys, but then he's still really good. But it's like it gives him like a mythic quality. Your first impression of him is like, oh, this is a guy's like a badass.
Supernatural powers.
It's a good
Gunslinger.
scene, is what I'm saying, for this kind of mythic Western figure.
Yeah,
This is
he's
just a
like
knockoff of a
Yojimbo.
knockoff, like
He's
but
like
it's
Neo. He's
really
like
good.
he's like Yojimbo.
He's like
He's
Neo.
like Fistful of Dollars. He's a samurai. He's a Ronin. He really is a man without a tribe.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, this is cool. Ryan's coughing a lot, by the way. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Oh, liquid down the wrong pipe.
Oh,
Oof,
Jesus
that's the
Christ.
worst.
Yeah, so he's fighting these two gangs.
Okay,
The two
raise your
gangs
arms.
are like, we got a Mexican army,
Raise your arm.
and they're a little disorganized. They just seem to drink and yell and party and get confused easily, get tricked easily. And then there's these red hooded guys, and the leader of the red hooded guys is this guy named Colonel Jackson, who's like a former Confederate, and he likes to shoot people in the street, or like he'll pay guys to he'll tell guys to run, like Mexican guys to run, and then he'll shoot him with a sniper rifle.
Yeah, he killed
Or-
like 10 people, or like
You're saying
literally
he's paying them.
He wasn't paying them, but he was he's
murdering. Yeah.
he's murdering them. Yeah, he's taking over the whole
Yes.
town.
That yeah, I've read on Wikipedia that is something that slave owners in Brazil that I think were American did
I'm sure
as
everywhere.
like 1950s. Would use Brazilians for target practice. That's where that's from, that idea.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, a slave costs a lot of
I
money.
think
I
I think I came up with it.
Yeah.
That one's mine. I tweeted about that, so I got a time. Does Brazil have
That's
a
crazy,
timestamp?
That's crazy, bro.
I mean, I don't want to do it. I don't advocate it. Just an idea I had.
Yeah, why did you do that?
I just thought of it like I just was like talking one day, and I was like, what if we forced people to run and then we shot them in the back as they were running away? So and I was like, let's
You came up
not.
with
But
this?
that's what I'm saying.
Damn, you
yeah.
came up with that?
That's what I've been saying this
That's-
whole time.
That's a really
Damn.
fucked up,
It was
That's really
it wasn't
cool.
terrible thing.
it wasn't a Brazilian thing.
It's
I
fucked.
kinda
It's fucked
came
up, but
with
it's
it.
cool. You
History's
came up with the.
monsters.
It's cool. You came up
Yeah,
with it.
yeah. Like it's fucked up. I don't agree, but yeah, I still got
It's
the
cool to
napkin.
come up with something, I guess is what we're saying. It's
I
like
came up with something.
something that's out there in the zeitgeist
Right.
I came up with
and that
something.
people are talking about. It's just cool to be able to bring that.
You know what I came up with?
Hey, I'm not a hero.
You kind of are.
You know what I came up with? Driving a truck to Oklahoma City and blowing up the federal building.
Man,
one's
I
ever
hate
done
to
that
do this.
before.
I hate to
Hey,
do this, but
have
I've never done it, but I did come up with that as well.
What? No
Nice.
way.
Yeah, I do not. I think some guy did it
Right.
for some
That's-
stupid reasons.
This is a cool move.
No, I mean, I'm not proud of it. No, we were just all drinking, talking.
Well,
And I just
the
I
reason
spit it
is
out. Yeah.
the reason's the most important part. I'm doing it because I'm upset with the federal response to the Waco standoff.
Hmm.
Oh, the Waco standoff. I hate to say it. I kind of came up with that too.
What?
Ryan, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it was all on the same night. We were just talking, and I just came up with all these ideas. And
Oh my god.
Why are you
Like
doing this? You're coming up with
I was riffing,
yeah, just comes out.
and somebody took it a little too seriously.
I came up with another good idea.
Which one?
I'm going to drag a coffin around the Wild West, but inside the coffin, I'm going to keep a Gatling gun. That way, when an entire gang of red hooded men come up to me, I can kill them all in 1 minute. Just
No,
shoot
you're
hundreds and hundreds of guys.
You're thinking of the movie Django. It was not hundreds. I counted the bodies. It was like 37.
What's
that
the
scene
body
is
count in
cool.
this movie?
It's really cool. He fires like a Gatling gun
Like
and all
50.
these guys, but there's like no blood. They're just guys like jumping in the mud. They literally look like, all right, now you jump face first in the pile of mud. And the
Yeah,
guy
a lot
just-
of people fell forward
Yeah.
after getting shot in the chest.
They're all falling forward into the mud. I want to see some limbs
Thank
get
God the
blown
mud was
off. I want to see some squibs. There's no squibs in spaghetti westerns. And the other thing is with the spaghetti
Why?
western, the sound effects, the bullets, the gunshots, it's the same sound over and over again. It's so annoying.
Whew!
Well, oh, wait, you listened to the English version, the dub, right? That's
Yeah.
what you watched it.
Well, the Italian version's dubbed also. There is
I
no
did
it.
record
And one maybe the sound
recorded
effects are
language.
dubbed too.
Yeah, what language were they acting in?
So in
Uh,
Italian movies, they would use an
Italian.
international cast, and they could be speaking different languages. Sometimes they
Oh,
would
yeah,
have
whatever,
cast
they're-
members
Languages.
just count, like just count numbers, and we'll
It's kind
dub it
of
in later.
freeing. It's kind of freeing to cast a movie like without the barrier of language.
So they don't even know. They don't even know the dialogue.
No,
There
they're
is no
acting.
dialogue.
The acting is all visual.
Mm. It's all body
Hmm.
language, you know.
Yeah, that would be fun. Then you don't have to remember lines.
They say it was great to make movies in Italy. Like you got to eat pasta and drink wine,
Oh,
and
Yeah, it would be like a
That's
vacation that makes you look cool. Vacation that sends you home with a movie.
yeah, totally. Where you're like, you know,
A
being
badass.
awesome and shooting guys and
Yeah.
fucking ladies and stuff.
yeah, you could just make like a couple of spaghetti westerns, make a couple of like cop movies, giallos.
Seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You want to do it?
Well, unfortunately, the Italian movie business died in the 80s when they came out with VHS and television. In Italy, they used to only have two channels on TV in the 70s, so no one watched TV. They would go to the movie theater every weekend. So they would release a new movie
That's a good way to live.
at least once a week because they would literally see 2 or 3 movies a week. So I guess they were seeing a shit ton of movies. American movies were also being released there, so
How'd they have?
it was
Where'd
booming.
they get all the time to make all that pasta?
Oh,
They
their
find a
grandmas,
way.
they have their mama on set and their mama cooked the pasta for them.
Mhm.
And the guys
Got
mostly sit around in wife beaters and they don't
Smoking
work.
cigarettes, smoking really
Yeah.
skinny cigarettes, and they're
Gambling,
playing
playing dice, they're usually like small cons. That's what the young men like to do.
Everybody's wearing an apron.
Yeah, so Django, he's a trickster, Okay, so there's a scene in the bar before he shoots up everybody in the town with the Gatling gun with Colonel Jackson. He kills all Colonel Jackson's men. Why doesn't he kill Colonel Jackson again? Some dumb reason.
Yeah, he keeps
No, because
Django
he
is
wants.
honestly kind of restless.
No, he's
or
smart.
reckless. I mean, reckless.
Well, he's definitely reckless, but I think he's in that he doesn't have anything to live for anymore.
He like takes huge risks.
Yeah,
by
he's
just
insane.
casually.
No, because
He doesn't shoot this
Yeah,
guy.
he
Many
is like the
people die
Punisher.
because of it.
so no, he
But
doesn't kill that guy,
it
and he
causes
goes
a bunch
bring.
of people's death. It makes him like kill the bartender.
That's the point.
Like that guy dies because he didn't shoot the guy. Countless people, honestly.
Why
He
didn't he
doesn't
kill
give a
him? He
fuck.
could have shot him right in the bar, right there at the beginning. I forget what he says.
No, because there's
Also-
only 6 of the gang members. I'll tell you why. They're literally, this is the plot. There's only 6 gang members, so he let him go, and he goes, "How many more men do you got?" And he says 40. And he goes, "Good, bring them all." That's like the smartest move you could do because they didn't know he had a Gatling gun. So
Yeah, but
they
then
all
he doesn't-
came and got onto a street, and he killed almost
Yes.
all of them. And then he
But
tried
he doesn't
to kill
kill.
him. He just,
But he doesn't kill the colonel, so he misses the main guy he needed to kill.
yeah,
The guy
did.
he's trying to
That
get
was
revenge
That
on.
was just an accident. No,
So if he
because
killed-
that guy, he needed that guy to kill the Mexican thing. It's like he was playing chess while everyone was playing Chinese checkers. Or sorry, Mexican checkers.
Yeah, well, he got extremely fucked up in the process, and tons of people got hurt. And he could have shot the guy with the Gatling gun. He's so good at shooting when he needs to be. He'll just like kill everybody in the room in 2
Yeah.
seconds, 6 shots, no
Yeah.
problem.
No, he definitely
all
like
different
did it.
directions.
He chose to not kill the guy,
Yeah,
the bad guy.
Yeah. Twice.
I know. Also, like there was a part where he like gives
He
his
also
shotgun
saved
to
that
a
other guy's
guy
life twice.
after he
He's
he,
the
like,
guy that
hits a
does
guy-
things in twos.
like hits a guy in the face with his shotgun and then like gives him the shotgun. And then immediately the guy is pointing the shotgun at him. And it's like he like casually tosses it to him. He's like taking needless chances.
No, because he's friends with Hugo. That guy was like an intern. He was humiliating the intern that hit him. He goes, "Oh, you with Hugo's group?" And then that guy hits him with the gun, and then they take him as a prisoner. And instead of being like, "I'm Hugo's friend," he's like, "All right, either way, I'm going to Hugo's." And then Hugo, the first thing in that bar, he's like, "Yo, Django, my dude," and that's why he hit him. It was like 2 bosses meeting, and one of the interns fucked up. It just didn't have the right information. So he wasn't ever going. There
Well,
was
still, but
there
the
was
guy
no
points
risk
a
there at
shotgun at
all.
him.
yeah, he's just a
He
show
wasn't
off
gonna
hot
pull the
dog.
trigger though.
He's a
wasn't
show off,
gonna
and he's a hot dog, and he's punished
A
for
hot
it.
dog?
If he played things smarter, a little cooler, if he was a
He
a
played
cool
it as
dog.
cool as you could, dude.
Many lives would have been saved.
He wasn't out for saving lives. It was a dude dragging a coffin through the desert to mourn his dead
But
lover. Like he
all
was
he
on
just wanted to
vengeance. He was
kill
he was
the
the
one
Punisher,
guy
dude.
and get gold.
Yeah. There's
He just
no he wasn't playing
All
smart.
right, all right.
He
Let's
was
talk about
he
the
was ready to
Mexicans. So the
Oh
Mexican
geez,
guy,
here we go again.
the leader of the
Yes, I
Mexican
do believe
gang,
we should build the wall. Oh,
the
the
leader,
movie.
here he goes.
there's like there's a clear influence on Reservoir Dogs where you see the Mexican colonel like cut off a guy's ear in the street. And then he
Yeah.
puts the ear in the guy's mouth.
Yeah.
And
one's a
it's
bit
pretty
much, I thought.
shocking for 1966. I mean,
Yeah,
they
I
are
didn't know they were gonna
killing
show that.
they're killing a lot of people. This at the time, this
For
was
sure.
considered like one of the most violent movies ever made. But that was but that must have been happening like every month. There was a new most violent movie ever made from like 66 to Clockwork Orange, I guess. Like every movies were just becoming like more and more violent, sadistic, gorier. And it must have just been like they were just constantly upping the ante. So it's pretty violent.
Sorry, Adam just turned his light on and then faded
I just
it.
realized that if I turn my screen up, that you guys can see me because I'm in the shed. There's no light.
But it
I
was
have a
like
lantern,
so
but
bright.
it just doesn't.
Yeah, you got to use your monitor as your light, Adam.
Computer screen helping out big time. So go ahead, William. Sorry. What were you
Yeah,
saying?
continue. Yeah, what were you saying?
Yeah, movies were just getting violent at the time, and this was a big one. And then American westerns became more violent because of movies like this, and like The Wild Bunch was the first like ultra violent American western.
You know what's crazy about that too? And this might be just a connection that I personally made. It might not be, or maybe somebody said, I don't know if somebody said this before. But American westerns, like you were saying, were so violent and like everyone was one-upping the next one and murdering. And it's crazy that now the American West is like there's no violence and it's like pretty chill here in America. So I just think it's pretty crazy how far we've come from the Wild West.
Well, the other thing is,
nation.
as these movies are getting more violent, society is actually getting more violent too. Like street crime in the late 60s.
That's an interesting observation.
Is exploding at the same time. Yeah.
But at the same time, though, more violent. What happened in the 40s?
World War
late
II?
30s. Yes. So, the Holocaust.
True, but like.
How do you know that, Will? You're that old, dude? Oh my God.
I thought you were going to say the Holocaust was your idea, Ryan.
Right.
No, but I was close. I said we should. I said
you haven't heard of the Holocaust. You think it's like something that old people know?
No, he's a young man.
I mean, I've read about it because like some old guy told me about it.
Yeah.
So I listened to that old guy.
Yeah, the Holocaust was happening in Europe, though. It's not really being reflected on a film noir. There's not like, hey, let's get all these Jews in this little camp over here, eh?
Why'd you say it like mobster? See?
Yeah, no,
film noir and mobster overlap. So Django tricks the Mexicans. He's like, oh yeah, like let's get money, and then we can buy 10 Gatling guns. So they go in a wagon. This is like a Red Dead Redemption mission. I mean, this is totally Red Dead.
It looked like Red Dead.
They ride a covered wagon to a military base. The bartender's there,
the fort
in the back, and he's like, yeah, I always bring girls to the soldiers, so they'll be excited to see me. So then he shows up out of the back of the wagon, and then all the soldiers start running, and they're like, yay, come on, girls. Like they immediately like put down their guns.
Kids chasing an ice cream truck. Yeah, literally, that's what it looked like.
They're like, yeah, the girls are here. Yeah. They just like run around. They're not paying any attention.
6 girls in the cart for hundreds of army men. Like,
yeah, they're all taking.
They just gangbang these girls or what?
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's not even just one of them. They'll like look inside and check. There's not even a gate.
Sprinting.
It's got the party wagon vibe about it. So no, you don't need to worry about that.
So everybody runs to the wagon, and then they open the wagon, and then they're firing the Gatling gun at all the people, and then the rest of them jump out. Django and the Mexican general guy,
Yeah.
and they
Oh,
have,
they
and they're
jump
like
out and get
double.
That
the
was
bull.
awesome. That shit was
They get
awesome.
They steal it.
They have like
It
double
was pretty fun.
pistols.
Yeah, that whole scene was. It felt like you were raiding a fort in Red Dead 2.
And there's
This
like
should be like a Red Dead DLC.
This
Django.
specifically that Django
Yes,
mission.
playing through this movie would be awesome. Like,
I bet there's some Django references in Red Dead that we
well,
just didn't pick
or
up
like this,
on.
yeah, you're saying like all these things are like Red Dead missions and like super fun and like have be like they're
I
like
think
their
it's a
own like
great
mini
idea.
movie. You know, like the heist part in Ocean's 11, those movies,
Yeah,
the Ocean's trilogy, I guess.
They made 11 in that trilogy.
Nah. Isn't that how we refer to films? They're
No,
kind
I
of
don't get
of a
that.
piece,
Why is
like
it
the Lord of the
Ocean's
Rings
11?
movies.
remember they made Ocean's 8 because they're like, maybe we'll make Ocean's 9 and Ocean's 10. Got to keep it
Well,
open.
why did they start at
I
11?
loved that.
Because there's 11 people. Ocean's 11. I don't know. That's just the premise.
Oh, that's exactly what it is. There's 11 of
I have
them.
11 people. That's the dumbest shit.
I wish
Why
I
were
It's a
they
very
so
cool
obsessed?
number.
guys.
It's a very
Can
cool
you
number.
imagine having 11 friends?
Yeah, that would be
And they're all
awesome.
cool.
That'd be
thieves.
like 100 less than I have.
How would you have time to maintain all these friendships?
You don't. That's
while
why
working
you're
and
the
stuff
cool
like that.
guy. You become the cool one
We got to go to the
because you're
same
not
bar.
maintaining.
Just 11 guys at the same bar.
Cheers
Yeah.
proposition.
The same drinking hall, vet hall.
Come on down, grab a glass out the well.
True. The watering hole.
And
right?
also, these aren't married guys, you know?
But they're horny. They're
about
just
that?
as horny as all the guys chasing that cart.
Yeah.
Because I'm not friends with people that ain't horny.
God.
Good. Good. Well, all the horny guys are killed. Django and the general are shooting everybody. They rob the gold from the military base. And it's a giant sack of gold.
Is that?
The
white
Mexican military.
Pretty big.
It is.
Yeah, they roll into Mexico, and then when they roll back, they're like, they have to stop chasing them. They're like, they crossed the border. They got away.
They succeeded.
Let's not kill them.
Let's just wait on this cliff top.
It's nice that they
There's-
respect the United States border.
Yeah, and there's no U.S. military in the movie. There's no like,
They're just doing it out of being like, hey, these are the rules.
It's honorable. That'd be funny if
have to
they
go
did cross the
through
line
customs.
and then you just see like a nuke hit Mexico and it's like, what time period? And that's how the movie ends, is they cross the border and we just nuke them. Like immediate. It's
Oh.
like a landmine.
well, the thing is, I'm kind of blowing the details because he's not a Mexican general that Django teams up with. He's a Mexican like revolutionary. And then they're fighting the military in Mexico.
They're
He's a
trying to fight
criminal and a
southward
thief.
expansion or westward expansion, I guess, into Mexico, right?
No, they're
No.
trying to overthrow the
Uh,
Mexican government.
They're just trying to get gold. Yeah.
Okay. But why
They're
is the southern
like
guys
just
in it then?
because they're just racist. They just
those are
hate
the
Mexicans.
locals.
They hate, and all the dialogue was they just hate them for their skin color. Like they said that a billion times, and
Oh, yeah,
that's why
remember
when
we remember
so
when
that's why when
they
he's
said that?
running away. Well, he's running away after he Gatling guns them, and he shoots the general's horse, and he falls off, and then his face lands in the mud, and then his whole face is brown. That was like an awesome shot, and clearly, like he looks like the thing he hates the most.
Oh, cool, yeah. But it's cool. Remember that scene where Django, the guy is talking to Django about that, how like the Southerners hate the Mexicans because of their dark skin color, and Django's like, you can also get dark skin from being really tan.
Yeah.
Or
And
like
they
some
were
people
like-
get
yeah.
are just like tan, and then like
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
like sticking up. He's like tan. It's like a tan's rights kind of.
Yeah. Instead of trans rights, he's
Tan
trans
lives
rights.
matter.
So then the
Yeah,
I'm
well,
sorry. Do you have a Tans bathroom? A separate Tans bathroom?
what you want to go? You want to be
Yeah.
segregated?
they want
Just
yeah,
yeah. Well, just yeah.
or
I don't want.
or try to
I'd
start
rather.
their own
I'd
thing.
rather
Okay.
not. I'd rather not pee with the pails.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like tan people they're capable of that sort of thing.
So
If
then
it's
this
cloudy out, you tan people don't have to go to work.
Damn,
Just
that's
like
an
at a
amazing perk.
yeah, just at a. It's a cultural thing. They need to stay tan.
and if they go out when it's cloudy, they'll become pale.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can't go outside, and that's why they stay in their tanning booth. They're kind of like vampires in their coffins. They just stay in their tanning booth.
Mm.
Oh,
Because if they don't necessarily become pale. They become kind of pink.
It's like a
I don't know.
coffin tanning bed.
Yeah,
Mm.
just held together by some
Interesting.
ropes.
Interesting.
And you got to have a friend carry you across town, drag you behind them in a coffin tanning
a
bed.
pale person.
What if it was just his
Yeah,
tanning bed?
a day
Django's tanning
walker.
bed because he's so tan.
Wow, that'd be crazy if
Why
vampires were.
you got your fuzz on, and so every time William takes a drink
Yeah,
of
what's up with the
his,
fuzz?
he's got the blur. His background is blurred, but every time he takes a drink of what looks like Coca-Cola, a plastic bottle, it looks real provocative because it's blurred out.
Yeah, it's got a cock on it.
It looks like it
Like,
could be a penis.
I don't want
Clip
you to
it.
see my penis-shaped bottle
Wow.
that I suckle out of like a little
Take a
baby
sip.
cow.
Wow, it is kind of like that, isn't it?
Now that you want me to, I don't want to.
Here, I'll take one.
You're such a bad boy. That's why you're a bad boy. That's your instinct.
Speaking of bad boys, this guy didn't want to pay Django his share of the gold, so Django has to steal it by distracting them with
That's pretty naughty.
a woman in a window dancing,
No, she
and the
was
whole
just undressing.
slowly
Man, these guys are
undressing
so
for
horny.
minutes at a time.
He goes undressing, keep undressing, and don't pay attention to anything I'm doing. And she did it even when he was way out of the room for minutes. I would have been like, okay, that was weird. And
And
then
there's
I'd
this
lay
Like,
woman-
down
can
in
I
the
stop
bed.
undressing now? He's gone.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
You know? And then he gets found and shot immediately. And then the movie's over.
No, she knows what to do. She knows to undress. She's a good whore,
She gets it. Whoa.
you know. And what's funny is before this, Django like rejected the girl he likes, Maria, the woman he saved from the beginning, and she's like really hurt because Django says like, because she's
not
like
my
fighting.
type.
Isn't she like fighting women to like protect them or like something? Like she's defending them, and then
No,
but yeah, he
she's
he
just
goes like, I
a-
don't want her. I want, or he's like, I want that one
Yeah. Because, well, yeah, why does he do that?
because he doesn't want her to get like ogled by the guys outside because he's just
Yeah,
using her to
he's
distract.
like 10
Oh, I
steps
see. Okay.
ahead the whole time. That's why like
Dude.
the Gatling gun with the tree branch, like he's been walking for who knows how long, weeks, months with this coffin behind him and a saddle over his shoulder. He's been plotting this. He's got every move laid out and it was like hook, line, and sinker.
The
He's
other
like
thing
Obama.
the other thing is these like these movies.
Obama, he played 7-dimension chess. They say
What?
of his presidency. It's common consensus.
Like when yeah. Okay.
So Django is a lot like Obama, is what I'm saying. Or Obama is
Or
as
vice
Django is.
versa.
Well,
Yeah.
you may be
Yes.
right because the thing is with these movies, like this movie's meant to appeal to like a broader audience. Like you get the feeling like he's just making this movie for like drunk guys in a movie theater. You know,
Cool.
like
Yeah.
I'm
rubes.
sorry. I'm just now I can only imagine Obama walking into like a meeting just dragging a coffin.
Whoa.
If any president just walked up to the podium to do like a announcement and they just brought a coffin.
You'd be like,
Something
there's
about that.
a recession happening.
Opens it, what would be in it? The vice
News of a
president?
recession.
Oh.
If it was
He's like, we're in
Obama, it'd be a
recession.
Tomahawk missile or like a drone. A little drone would come out.
A bunch of drones would come out and they would fly by everybody because it'd be in DC where they filmed it, and it'd fly by everybody in DC, and everyone would freak out, but no bombs would go off, and then it would immediately go to Syria and just bomb it.
That's
Maybe he
Django.
keep his cigarettes
That's
in there.
That's Obama Django.
I gotta keep my smokes on me at all time.
Undroned.
The man loves a cigarette.
A man loves to drone strike Syria.
Even he has a flaw. Even he has something
He doesn't
he
even
struggles
paint.
with.
At least George Bush Jr. paints.
That's true. Damn.
He doesn't paint. He's
All great leaders are started as a painter.
well, unlike Obama, Django's
Interesting.
a great man. He's only looking out for the best of everyone.
Are you saying we're not pro Obama?
He steals the gold. He just steals all the
of it.
gold. He just goes, "Oh, you're not going to pay me my share? I guess I'll steal all the gold." So he takes all the gold, puts it in his coffin, rides out of town with Maria, and then as they're getting away, he just drops the fucking coffin into the quicksand
No,
under a
no,
It's
no,
bridge.
no,
reckless.
no.
It's stupid. Django is actually in
he's
a moment to
breaking up
moment
with her.
basis.
It's the
he's
girl's
so-
fault. It's the woman's fault. Because she
Yeah,
was
well,
the
he
one
should
holding
tie
the
his
rifle.
coffin.
Right, yes. It's everybody's fault. But it was the gun that went off that scared the horse that knocked the coffin into the thing. And
Yeah,
she
he was
was
just,
the
like,
one.
standing
She was
over
the
this-
one that set the gun down so stupid. Like, why was it leaning that way? And then the horse, like, just a hiccup happened, and bing bang boom, his coffin is in quicksand. Also, why are you crossing a bridge with quicksand?
And it's a little bridge, and it's clearly a fake section of quicksand they dug up and made.
It looked
It's
like
very
water.
small. It's a very like sharp, deep puddle of quicksand, but it's only like 8 feet across, and this dry riverbed's like 100 feet across. So you can tell they like composed a shot, made it just for the movie. But Django's like, he immediately dives in the quicksand and tries to get the coffin out, but the coffin sinks, and then the girl tries to help him, and then as she's trying to help him, the Mexicans show up, right? And then they shoot her in the back.
Yeah,
And then
they
they-
shoot her and then lasso him out.
They
Red
lasso
Dead
him
style.
out. They take him out, and then one guy's like, "You're lucky we don't kill thieves." And then he bashes his hands in with the butt of his rifle.
More
And he
like
bre-
1,000 times.
He breaks
Just
all his fingers.
Smashes
Yes.
it.
And then they get the horses of everybody in the gang to run over his fingers and
They're just
hands
running
and
a train on him.
just breaking his bones. They
Yeah.
break all the bones in his hands. And then Django, for the rest of the movie, is just like, oh, and his hands are like completely shattered. And they put giant bandages on him. And he looks like he has bear claws for hands.
Yeah, it
White
was
bear
wild.
Why do you
claws.
keep saying things look like bear claws?
Look.
Yeah, what's going on? Are
what
you
are you thinking
hungry?
about?
You want
Yeah,
some?
It's
like-
my
are you getting
favorite
donuts?
It's
You got
my
an
favorite
eclair?
Danish.
Danish guy, you thinking? I got it.
It's your favorite dish? You got an
I get what
eclair,
you're just-
an eclair in your fridge or what?
That's William's little secret.
No, I have. If
Boston
I have an
cream
eclair,
pie?
if there's an eclair in my fridge, it doesn't last very long. It will not be there in the morning. You gotta eat those fresh.
Wow,
Yeah, that'd be weird if you did put it in the fridge.
you're a man of principles.
So even though it's a little contrived when Django drops the coffin into the quicksand,
Mm.
when he gets his hands bashed in, I love this scene. This is like the best scene
It's
in the
very
movie.
good.
This is
Crazy.
ultimately what makes the movie really good, because you've seen Django be such a hot dog. He's been so cool. He's been fucking with people. He's been Obama 5 steps ahead, drone striking everyone
Oh,
with his
yeah.
coffin from the
The bar
podium.
fight. The bar fight, though, he's humbled. He's humbled in that bar fight.
Well, yes. In that moment, he
immediately
was
That was the
humbled.
humble.
first time. That was the first time. Like, okay, going from Adam when Adam was talking about the first time you see him, you think like, oh my God, did he just shoot 5 people in like a half a instant? And
Yeah.
then you're like, this
Yes.
dude's legendary mythos. And then and then you're like, he's talking the way he's talking to everybody. He shoots the 6 guys in the bar. And then there's that bar fight with Hugo's man. And it goes on forever. And it was like an even fight. And you're like, oh, this is just a normal guy. He's just like a badass. He's just psychotic. He's just like
And
a
then
sociopath.
once he loses his hands, and that it's like the Iron Man 3 thing of like him losing his superpower and having to like do it without his power, which is his hands. And that's how you prove. That's like the final part of the myth is like of the hero thing is like you lose
Yeah,
your
this is
power and then
before
you still have
Star
to do it.
Wars, and in Star Wars he turns off his aiming sights and uses the
Yeah,
Force,
bingo.
you know. This is before Top Gun Maverick when he turns off his aiming sights and does the exact same thing in Star Wars.
No,
I haven't seen that, but I
Maverick's
saw it was on
OG.
HBO.
This is before the Matrix.
That scene though, but no, so that scene on exactly what we're talking about. I don't
is
think it was
Neo.
like him. It wasn't him tapping into the Force. He is just that good. Like that's why he's so cocky. Is he is that good of a gunslinger? He's not a fighter. He's not a fist fighter, but
Too cocky.
he is so good. He whittled the hand, what is that called? The trigger guard on his gun.
He pulls the trigger guard
unscrewed
off
it with his teeth, and that probably took like 40 minutes. Like
That's
that
cool.
would take forever to do, and it took the sun was rising, and he went out there at night, and the sun was rising, and he was just finishing it. So that
Like
mean it took hours for him to do that.
Well,
And
he's
then
at
he
the
set it on
grave
at the
of
grave and the
Mercedes.
crossroads. Yeah,
Mercedes.
he had
Django and
6
Mercedes
shots.
are pretty cool names.
Colonel Jackson or whatever ranking it is shows up with 6 guys total, 5 guys, so 6 total.
Hey,
And
Five Guys Burger shows up. You know what I'm saying?
Bop, bop,
Yeah.
bop, bop. He headshots all of them.
Well, it's a great
Yo,
scene because
delicious subs.
Django looks so pathetic. His hands are busted. He's got bear claws for fingers.
It's stressful. He keeps looking up at the gate. He knows they're
he
coming.
puts the gun on the cross. It's like
He's like
he looks so
fumbling with it
pathetic.
and stuff.
They're laughing at him. They're shooting at him. They're not even taking him seriously. They're like, ah ha ha, oh Django, you suck, you suck. And like, even though I'd seen this movie, I still was like, it was suspenseful, intense with
Right.
this ending. Like, it still worked for me because I felt so bad for him. There's something so visceral about him getting his hand smashed in that just really elevates the movie.
Yeah, I
Just
didn't.
such a
Yeah, it
relatable.
does. I was
it's
on
very
his side.
real.
I was like, oh, he's still gonna get his revenge. Like
It's
this
like I
dude
said-
is not a gunslinger. He's not a fight. He's a revenge man. He is the Crow. It's Western.
It's like a
goth
reality
Crow.
check, though, because
He
he's
wasn't
like
fazed.
a superhero kind of.
But he wasn't phased. There was literally not even a second.
Well, he's a
that he was phased.
gunslinger. That's
Yeah,
his.
no, and just because-
that's
no,
the one thing
it's
about him is that he's a
revenge.
gunslinger.
I
and
know,
his
but
hands
Power
don't
of
work.
revenge.
You know.
It's wanting.
But
It's wanting to get
he's
revenge.
he's a badass. Yeah, he had specific revenge, and he's like, you can cut my arms off, probably. And that mentality. This is what I was saying. You need to watch more anime. This is what every anime is like.
He's a guy that needs a vacation.
He
Let's be
won.
honest.
He got what he wanted at the end of the day, and he definitely needs a spa day.
Yeah, go to his sandals.
He
deserves
definitely
it.
needs a petty Manny.
Yeah. Damn, getting a massage after going through what Django goes through. Can you imagine how good that massage would be?
That would hurt. Maybe give him let him recover. Imagine getting your hands massaged after they just got ran over by horses.
Not the hands. Maybe skip the hands. But just saying. So yeah, Django. It's good. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's an awesome
not-
spaghetti western. You know, if you've seen I feel like the spaghetti westerns everybody should watch are like Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, for a few dollars more. Just do Sergio Leone's movies are clearly better. Okay, they're way better than this. He's
They're
better
less of
than
like a B movie kind of.
You
know.
They start
like
off as
this
a
a
B
lot.
movie.
Or they're higher.
They start off as a
budget.
B movie with the first one, but then by like Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, I mean, they're huge. Like he's working on like a whole other level. But this movie works really well for like a very small, low budget, creative Western. And they don't, and like, because they don't have a lot of money, they just lean into the violence. They lean into the sadism. It's cool how in the town it's just full of mud and everything's gross.
Oh my
Yeah, we were
God, that
saying
was disgusting.
it's very goth for a Western.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a
Yeah,
there's a
it's like a
horror
ghost
movie
town.
especially
vibe.
at the beginning.
There's a horror movie vibe to everything. What's cool is Sergio Corbucci and Sergio Leone work together as first assistant directors on the same movie.
Say their names again.
Sergio
Say it
Leone
really, really fast.
and
Say both their names.
Sergio
Went and then say went and got macaroni.
Sergio Corbucci and Sergio Leone went and got macaroni. Sergio
fun.
Corbucci's brother is a director.
That was fun.
Bruno Corbucci. He made a lot of comedies in the 80s. Great stuff.
For him.
Okay, now say the N word.
Ryan, we don't talk
almost
about the
got you.
family business.
I almost got you.
Almost.
Almost got. I'll get you. I'll get you next episode. I'll get you to say it.
You're just a rich white slaver in Brazil trying to trick me. Why don't you go say the N-word?
Turning it around. Good thinking, William.
You know,
Yeah, I'm
you're
closer to
mistreating
Hugo.
me.
True.
Yeah,
What-
who's who? Who's who in this movie?
Hugo.
Django, of course.
Polite Django.
William's Colonel Jackson. And Ryan's the beautiful lady.
You said you're Django, Adam?
Of
Yeah,
course.
that's right. Well, you think you're Django? You think
No,
you're Django more than me?
no.
All right.
I love watching women get whipped.
Oh my God.
Django
Don't
doesn't like
clip
that.
that.
He's
Hey,
he
we're gonna have
stops.
to delete that.
He
That's why I'm
stops
not
all
Django.
Don't clip
abuse
that.
of women.
It does. Consensually.
Mm. Oh, I see.
So what-
Okay. I mean, yeah. Sounds like he's all in the clear.
So what have we learned?
I'm like the
what's the
tavern
more?
guy.
Yeah,
barkeep.
Angel Alvarez.
That
The
guy's
actor.
an
Yeah,
S&M guy.
but yeah, I'm like if the bartender.
Oh, yeah, you're
was
that
a-
guy. I see what you're saying.
Well, he's a pimp.
But if-
Ryan's a pimp,
Hell yeah.
there's lots of
You
bitches
sure
who
are,
work
buddy.
for him. Hoes. He's
Yeah,
a trick
I mean,
daddy.
So,
He's a trick daddy. If you need a good
Amen.
bitch in Austin, Texas, go see Ryan County. He's
I mean,
he's
you
got
know-
a stable of A-class #1 honeys.
sometimes depends on the day, but
calling all bitches.
the class ranking.
Call all
depends on the day.
Johns. You need to get laid in Austin, Texas. Call up Ryan County. He'll hook you up.
You know where I'm at.
This is a good thing to say on the podcast. Thing to announce.
Yeah.
Why
A little
not?
ad read.
Hey, mine is. I William was just saying I don't promote myself enough. So
Yeah.
come on down. I
get
got
it.
gals.
It feels awkward to do it. I get it.
Yeah, I'm glad you.
Well,
I'm
it's
glad
good.
William. I'm glad William did it because then that's too weird if I'm promoting myself like that.
Yeah, right.
And if you need a gunslinger, get Adam Bowers. He'll come to your town.
Hell yeah.
He'll shoot everybody. He'll trick
Hell
them,
yeah.
double cross them, steal the gold, be the big
I'll
hero,
be playing 7-dimension chess.
killing everybody in the process.
7-dimension chess. What? I don't get that. We hardly figured out 3 dimensions.
That's what I'm saying. It's really hard to get.
So if we
So-
got to 7-dimension chess, we wouldn't be playing childish games like chess. You would just be like,
Oh yeah, we should be like, hey, why are we even playing chess at this point?
Yeah, but don't
literally.
you see chess
You'd
as a
be- yeah,
metaphor
that's why
for
if you're
everything?
going to 7D, like that's actually pretty stupid. You're still playing chess? I'm the smartest man in the world. Do you want to play handball?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Seven
How come you
dimensional
guys aren't bouncing
handball.
back?
Hey, what about seven dimensional Monopoly, huh? That'd be crazy. I knew you were going to land on Park Place, bitch.
Imagine the
I
slides in
knew.
7-dimensional Candyland.
Oh my God, they're going up,
Dude, it's like an
like
Escher painting.
out of the board. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever played Mousetrap?
Have I ever?
7. I love
Nobody
Mousetrap,
ever
dude.
plays Mousetrap.
Yeah,
People get
you never
fucking
play it, but
pissed off at it.
I played it.
I don't know. Is it a game or is it just a thing that you like set up and watch?
No,
It's a
it's a
game.
game, and it fucking
Oh, it is.
pisses you off because it takes like 4,000 hours to set up, and then you keep dropping the trap, dropping the trap, dropping the trap, trying to set it up, and then you finally get it set up, and then you lose to like your dumbass cousin.
Is
Fuck
this a
you,
personal
Grace.
story, right?
No.
You at the end, you take turns going in a circle.
No, that was just like a thing. I was just but fuck great. Fuck off. 1992. Fuck you, Grace. You fuck me. No,
you try to
should
catch
get-
the other people in the mousetrap. That's what happens at the end of the game.
Yeah, but I'm the one that set it up, and I'm the one that got trapped. That's something that, like, I didn't believe in God after that. That was
Bullshit.
Well, why'd you set it up, you fucking idiot?
I was the older one. This is a made up story, is what I'm saying, though. But I was the
I know,
older
Person who
one.
sets
still.
up the person who sets up the mind trap is the one who loses mind trap ultimately.
That's what I'm
Yo.
saying. And you're playing in 7D. I'm playing in 1D.
I just built this basketball court.
Life.
How come I have to lose the game of basketball? That's not fair.
Exactly.
You know?
You should get upset.
If you build it, you will come.
That's like if a plumber like just installs a person's toilet and they're like, okay, we just try it out real quick, and they just like take a shit in the toilet
Yeah.
right in front of the plumber.
should get to have the first shit in every toilet.
No, the owner shits in the toilet.
Yeah, just to just give them a example of what's been going wrong with the toilet.
And then they stand up and they go, you flush it. You
And
flush
they
it.
put the guy's
You
head
built
in the
it.
toilet.
You flush it.
They make him eat poop.
What?
No, they just
Why do
make
you
them
always
flush
go
the
to
toilet.
straight to it consuming your bowels?
Yeah, you always do that.
No.
You only
It's
that's like that
disgusting.
thing people know about.
It's the one thing you talk about more than anyone. So what did we learn? What's the
I
lesson
don't
of
know why it
Django?
keeps happening.
You just keep tripping and falling into the
Here's the
toilet
lesson.
and eating shit out of the bowl.
Yeah.
I
Don't
swear to
play-
God,
Trying
it's
to
a fucking
find somebody to relate
accident. Yes. It's-
Don't eat the
Ah,
poop, okay?
Sucks.
It reminded me of Kid Marino in the latest Party Down
Party Down.
episode. Did you see it?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Nah.
No spoilers.
There's a
No
good
spoils.
there's a good Pratt fall. That's all I'll tell you. You already know.
Oh
But
boy.
goddamn. Maybe it was the last one. I don't know.
Here's the
Right.
lesson of Django.
Nice. Still got the goods.
Kill your enemy.
Oh.
Don't play games, where you
Yeah,
double cross
fucking-
him. Just
Nah,
shoot him. Just shoot him. I have to
disagree.
say this lesson all the time in these fucking movies. Kill the guy. That
But
was
he
the
just wanted
cool.
the gold. That's
That was the cool thing about Last Jedi is they killed the bad guy. And there was no real ending to the story, but it was pretty awesome when they just killed Andy Serkis like that in the middle of Last Jedi. So
none of those movies are
We've been
great.
talking about Last
But-
Jedi this whole time.
well, I think Django could have taken a lesson from Ryan Johnson.
Mm.
Oh my God, Ryan Johnson. Hate to say it, I invented that name.
Damn.
You're the original.
That's pretty
Ryan
awesome.
Johnson.
No, but I just thought like one day we were just all talking.
He's
and
older
drinking
than
and
you.
Talking, and I was like, what if my last name was Johnson? And everyone was like, oh my God. Did you
Everyone?
just come up with that? Everyone around, we were just hanging out, drinking, talking.
Your 11
And I
friends.
just said it.
Your
Something like
11
that.
male
Yeah,
companions that you planned heists with at the bar.
Yeah. Oh, we had Ocean, We had
Danny Ocean. Danny Ocean.
Danny Ocean. It was all the oceans.
Billy
All a bunch of
Ocean.
11,
All the
11-year-old
oceans.
kids.
All 11
You're saying?
oceans. It was all 11 oceans.
Caribbean Queen. Great song.
We had the one that the contortionist ocean. It was all the oceans. And I was like, what if my last name was Johansson, whatever what'd you just say? Go on.
Ryan Johansson.
Was this before or after you invented the Oklahoma City federal building bombing?
The same conversation.
Damn, that's amazing.
I was on one. I don't know. I was on one.
That sounds like a great conversation.
Yeah, just coming up with ideas. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, you know, hey, I was thinking. No, go ahead.
You were
you wanna
not
rank,
thinking.
you, I was
prove it.
I was
No,
gonna
wanna see
rank
if
all
he
the
was
Star
thinking.
Wars. I was gonna rank all the Star Wars, but you can go ahead.
Wow, that sounds like it would have been really good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're gonna miss that.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about how this color schemes in this movie. Remember the blue eyes and the orange skin? It's tan,
Yeah,
but it's
Beautiful
orange.
skin.
You know.
Those are
Gorgeous
contrasting colors. Those are contrasting colors. They're
True.
opposite of
Yes.
each other.
Skin of a president is what I say.
That must
Skin
be
color.
what
Skin
Skin
color
of
of
a
the greatest
president?
president. Skin color of the greatest president.
Well, that's why
What'd
I
you
have
say?
tan.
Orange?
I have one
That's
cool
what you
thing about
call
me
orange.
is I have tan butt cheeks and a blue asshole. So
Wow. So your asshole
You're
really
like
pops.
you're like a reverse avatar.
yes, exactly.
Your butthole's the only
Oh,
blue
they have
thing.
bright orange buttholes.
No, they got
The
flesh colored
blue- the
buttholes.
Navi. Whoa, that's the one thing that just looks like a human
Yeah.
guys.
Wait, why'd you say human guys? Women have buttholes too.
Oh, true.
Do
For a
they?
guy, Navi.
How would you
You
ever,
were
ever
just
see
thinking
one?
about
a guy
guys.
Navi.
You
Of
just
course, like
got
female
hot,
Navis have
dude.
female human buttholes.
I mean, everybody's got their own, you know. Some don't even got them.
Yeah.
What if that's where he had to put the little thing in to ride the animals?
Oh, Sigourney
The
Weaver's kid.
ponytail.
He
If you had
doesn't
to
have
put it
a-
up their butt, if it was just in their buttholes.
Yeah.
Anybody thought about that? See, this is just what happens. I just come up with things that definitely nobody's made jokes about.
Or what if you just fucked the animal in the ass and rode on it? He's like, I'll
Every
show you how to
pump gets
tame this
Get a
creature.
little gets you a little further. It's
Yeah,
like
he's
kind of
like,
one of those
watches you
pump
fucking
carts.
climb up and rape this animal.
yeah, this flying beast or this whale or this six-legged horse that he rides.
Hell
You just
yeah.
would rape all of them.
You
That's
have
how
to
you
if
show
you want to travel
dominance. It's like a
faster.
prison.
Right.
Pandora is basically a prison system. Once
It's
I
practical.
get there,
Yeah.
it's like peace and
Yeah.
harmony now. But once you add a cool guy like me who starts dominating with, sadistic rape,
Becomes
I'll-
Oz.
I'll- yeah, it turns into Oz.
Yeah, actually, maybe I do want to hear about your Star Wars ratings.
Okay, so Last Jedi, even though it
No,
has
no,
problems,
the rate.
I like
Let's
some
move
of the
on from
things
whatever
in
the
Last
hell you're
Jedi.
talking about.
All right.
Look,
William's been waiting for a
J.J.
long time.
Abrams, I mean, this guy.
You know what
It's
I
all
love? The
flash.
sword
There's no
fights.
substance. It's all flash. It's no substance. It's just repeating things from George Lucas, Okay, everybody likes the
Rank 'em.
ending of Rogue One, but
Rogue One sucks. I've never finished it.
I love Rogue One. That's
In
my
the middle of
favorite
Rogue
new
One-
ones.
in the middle of Rogue One, there's this awful scene of they're on the rain and on some weird planet. And they're going to snipe someone, and he's crying.
What's your favorite lightsaber scene in Rogue One?
Darth Vader.
What is that scene and when?
No, the Donnie
at the
Yen
end.
scene.
At the end of the
Oh,
movie,
it's at
Darth
the very
Vader
end.
kills.
Oh, that's the first time you see a lightsaber. Tight.
That's my favorite one. I don't know if it's the first one, but it's my favorite.
That Rogue One
Guys,
sucks.
what are we doing?
We're ranking
Star
the Star
Wars.
Wars.
What the fuck are we doing?
Okay, I think New Hope is number one. Then
We're
I think
almost
Empire
40.
Strikes Back. Then I think Return of the Jedi is
Return
number
of the
3.
Jedi is first.
In order.
Stop. Make him stop.
Return of the Jedi is first because you get him, and just like in Django, you get him the opening scene is him walking through the fucking
That is a
desert,
very spaghetti western inspired scene.
all black. He's in all black with a black glove. Luke Skywalker's in all black with a black glove. It's exactly like the beginning of Django, minus the
Or
coffin.
Yojimbo.
It's
You see-
fucking awesome. And watching that, I don't care about the rest of the movie, but watching that, and that's why like Django, I'm throwing Django in my top. I might get it's top 4 right now.
Here's the thing:
For real?
samurais and cowboys.
I love this movie. This movie was
Oh.
awesome. It was like a live action anime, like you
guy
said it
walking-
was going to be.
A guy walking into a place quietly and then killing everyone. That's very entertaining.
Everyone loves that.
Yeah, like, you know,
There's a bunch of school shootings that have just happened.
No, everybody
That's
would be super
that's basically
into
a
when-
different
I've
way
turned
that
a corner on those, and I've become pro school shooting, and I think we need to start ranking them with body count or like coming up with a point system because they're not going to go away. I think we could turn into a pay-per-view kind of MMA extreme sport, of the
Get
future.
it on DraftKings.
Yeah. We need to start like it's
How'd you point it?
That's what would happen in America, honestly.
Well, Death Race 2000, that movie, they have points like if you kill a child, that's worth more points than killing an old person because it's harder to hit a child. It's like more shocking. And when you kill an old person, like you run them over or shoot them, it's very easy. They're slow, So the younger is the more points.
Okay. Very interesting. What you're saying.
Cops
I find
have to
very
be the
interesting.
but cops have to be the most point. If you can kill a cop, that's like 10 points.
Mm,
In Death Race, you're saying.
Well, in the school shooting MMA pay-per-view kind of thing I'm talking
well,
about.
because cops show up
Gotcha.
later because cops don't show up for hours. So they're like the final.
They did pretty well in
Mm.
Tennessee.
They're like the King Koopa
Did they?
of when you're doing a shooting. It's
They
like
showed
the
up.
last
No,
guy.
They showed up
they're
pretty
like-
quickly.
They're like the baby Bowser. There's going to be a bigger
Oh,
Bowser.
those are all the cops.
Cops are baby Bowsers.
Baby Bowser's a
Security
great mini
guards
boss.
Are King Kongs. I mean Diddy. I mean
Donkey.
Puff Daddy.
Security guards outrank cops.
Yeah.
I don't know about this, Ryan.
They're actually doing security. They're securing a specific location. Their territory is small, sure, but they're securing one location and protecting it.
When I say blue lives matter,
Cops are going all over the place shooting dogs and that's it. They're only shooting dog and strangling people and the shit. They're dorks.
Number
I say
one,
blue lives matter for security guards.
number one for
That's
me,
what I'm talking about.
Timothy McVeigh,
The real
Oklahoma.
heroes.
I know it's not a gun,
What?
but that's the ultimate. That's the cleanest. That's the best mass murder in American history, right?
Yeah.
That was a clean one. They didn't catch him for days.
And then I would say Star Wars, honestly, episode 1, the Darth Maul fight
Oh
was
yeah,
probably
the Duel of the Fates. Kai
all right.
Jan
So
Jinn.
I think now we got a clean clip edit.
He's,
The Darth
he's
Maul
kind of the
fights.
Timothy
It'll
McVeigh
make it
of
seem
the-
like we're still in the
Star
middle
Wars
of talking about
universe.
Star Wars. The lightsaber hand-to-hand combat in the prequels were way better than anything in any movie. So I give
Okay.
the prequels are the first.
Yeah, but then Yoda doing the flips, that's pretty dumb in Attack of the Clones versus Kai
How is that
Jan-
dumb?
Actually, that's
versus
really cool.
Lord Dooku.
Yeah. Count Dooku
Count
was a good
Dooku.
guy. Count Dooku was he figured out that General Palpatine was the Sith Lord, and so that's why Dooku was trying to do the thing. And if Anakin Skywalker didn't kill Count Dooku, they would have prevented all of that.
That's
So
the
Anybody ever say
weirdest.
Count Dookie?
Count Dooku was actually like on the right. He was like a conspiracy guy. Everybody was just like, this dude's
He's like
he's an Alex Jones, but if Alex Jones
he's
was
the Joe
right,
Rogan of the of like the Star Wars universe. Like he was
no more
heavily
Alex Jones,
criticized, but
but
he was correct about um hydroxychloroquine the whole time,
well,
and CNN was wrong. Saying they're like, oh, Count Dooku's using horse tranquilizer.
Count Dooku was just pretty
And
much
Count
right.
Dooku's like, no, I got it from a doctor. I'm moving to Austin, Texas.
What is that? Joe Rogan? He's the mothership.
That's him when he's pit. That's him.
That's your impression.
That's my impression of Joe Rogan. Just like
Got it from a doctor.
CNN, they're so biased. Oh,
Joe? That's like Woody
Joe,
Allen.
is that you?
they're
Joseph?
biased. Again, CNN is not good news, everybody. And people are
Joseph.
like, damn, I can't believe he's saying this.
He's kind of a Django. You know? Comes in to the town of
Hollywood,
podcasting
USA, and
in Hollywood,
took it
TV,
over.
news radio.
News
comes in,
radio,
Really
The Man
shakes things
Show.
up.
Fear Factor, podcasts.
What
The
a
Man Show
journey.
was good with him and Doug Stanhope.
Of course, it was good. It was
Who was better?
back when men,
Like Doug
back
Sta-
when
or the
men
other
could be
guys?
men.
Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla, or
Adam
Joe
Carolla
Rogan
has
and
the
Doug Stanhope?
charisma.
Joe
of-
Rogan and Doug Stanhope. Mostly
just-
because of Doug.
Adam Carolla is so talented. I mean, it's like him or Doug Stanhope. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Probably me. What if it
Tough
was
one.
me and me?
What about the Man-Child show?
It'd be cool if it was like James Corden was hosting the Man Show. So Jimmy
The
Kimmel
karaoke man show. It was James Corden and Jimmy Fallon.
and Jimmy
And
Fallon.
they just
yeah.
they
The
just
Man
did
Show.
karaoke.
And it's woke.
It's woke.
Woke.
James Corden.
It's woke, guys.
James Corden's Man Show would be woke.
Yeah,
But
they
then
James
talk
it
about,
would
Corden.
like,
fall apart. It would
And
all fall
Jimmy
apart.
Fallon. No, what if
Because
they
he-
weren't woke? What if this was like their break, like they're trying to take a U-turn in their career, in
Oh,
their
he-
image?
Heel turn.
And it's
Conservative
just
heel turn.
dirty. It's just dirty. They're saying cunt.
Oh
horny
yeah.
James Corden's like horny and stuff on the show.
He's like being
He's
like,
checking out these
yeah.
hot ladies with big boobs.
He goes, "Oh my God, look
Ah.
at these fucking whores." And then let's do karaoke. They're sluts. Yeah, I'm in a car or whatever.
No, it's like instead of karaoke, he just gets like a hand job from a young celebrity, like a famous
Yeah.
person.
But his
Hey,
back
Jenna
is to
Ortega,
his
Jack-
back's to the camera, so it's like they can actually film it.
Yeah.
And it's real, but his back is just to the camera. You're saying the
We can
third
see it.
version of the Man Show is weird as fuck.
I think it would be
Doug,
cool.
with Doug and Joe.
No, with James and Jimmy,
I like that
our
idea.
boys.
Comedy Central is really falling off. It's like not even a channel anymore.
The
It would
Man
be
Show
cool
would
if they
be
did something
it'd be
like that at
hosted
least
by
once. Like
anymore.
a bad choice for a show.
I mean, there's a lot of those
no,
already
but like
that people love.
way out there.
This Is Us. That's a pretty
Way out
stupid
there.
TV choice.
Anyway,
I thought the Man Show was really
So-
funny. I thought it was really cool. I like Crank Anchors, Strangers with Candy.
Strangers with Candy is really good. I wouldn't put it with Crank Anchors.
I never realized that Crank Yankers was about like yanking your crank. So
Jesus Christ, bro.
Christ,
I was,
Adam.
I
you're-
think I was so
what
like
the
distracted by the fact that it was like a prank call show.
I didn't know that.
I
I
was
didn't know
thinking
the
about Crank.
title
I didn't
of the
realize the-
show was the title of the show. Did you
Yeah.
know the Man Show was for men?
I didn't understand why they had to prank call him with puppets. It's like, wouldn't it be easier just
Women-
to prank call him without, like, on your own and then re-record it with the puppet?
Women can get a lot out of the Man Show. Okay, right. Not just for guys.
You know what's funny is
I watched
The bad
Ozark,
title,
and
honestly.
I was like shocked after I watched all of it, all 4 seasons. I watched Ozark, and I was absolutely shocked. I was like, this took the whole time. This was in like Lake of the Ozarks.
Yeah. You're like, oh, now I get
You know,
it.
you know what's really funny to watch now is Blind Date, in early 2000s reality dating
Why is
shows
everybody
that
watching that?
Those are fun.
I've been watching them on YouTube. Well, because they're
It's
just all
trending right
gay.
now.
They're all gay jokes. They're all just like the meanest, crassest, like gay jokes I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, when they do like the graphics on the screen, you're saying and
So,
stuff.
like, this guy swears he's straight, and it's just like a nervous guy who doesn't really have chemistry with this girl, and they're like, going home alone. I guess we really know why. And then they'll have like a pink like unicorn come out with like a rainbow flag. It's like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's like that mean.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
Just a simpler time.
that was the best show. You
Shows.
get drunk, you come home, you're
Awesome.
stoned, and you watch like Blind Date,
No, dude,
Cheaters, The Fifth Wheel, Eliminate, and then you go to bed at 4 a.m.
I just watched
All the
Wakanda
date
Forever last night, and I started it at 2:20 something, 2 a.m.
I turned it off
Mhm.
after like 5 minutes when they're in the courtroom and they're in like their Wakanda costumes. And I'm just like, I can't watch this at home. I'm
Yeah,
just going to
it's
turn this
awesome
off.
though. I watched it all, and I played.
Yeah,
some
watching it by
games.
yourself.
It was
It's like a
awesome. I got
4-year-old
real
man.
high.
Yeah, I'm like, this sucks.
You're like, what am I doing?
This blows.
It was like a long CW episode.
Oh, everything is so long, huh? Django's
But
But
Django's
then at the
95
end,
minutes.
Started.
but at the end, they did this really nice. It was like Fast and Furious. They did this really nice Chadwick Bosewick.
Christopher
Wow, that's
Nolan's
cool.
new movie, Oppenheimer, is 3 hours. Beau is Afraid, the new Ari
Too
Aster
much.
movie, that's 3 hours. The new Martin
Oh,
Scorsese movie is 3
why?
hours and 15 minutes. Every
Why do
movie's
they
3
do
hours
this
now.
to
It's
us?
got to be 3
Us
hours.
parents.
Does it mean our time is stretching out in the universe?
In Italy, Django has an intermission when it came out. So movies had a 40-minute long like 40 minutes into the movie, there would be an intermission where you could drink an espresso and smoke a
Oh, I could
cigarette.
tell. I could
Hell
tell where it
yes.
was. There's a
This
cut.
is a fucking
There-
great idea.
Yes,
there's
I
there's
know.
literally an edit where he like walks in and I was like, it felt like a commercial break was about to
Yeah.
happen. And
It's
then it
in
where
every
was it? What was the
60s and
scene?
70s Italian movie. There's a
But what was the scene?
That's such a oh man, that's the best way
It's
to
like the third
possibly
reel.
do it. Every 40 minutes. Yeah.
I
get a little
okay,
espresso
that
It's
makes
the
break.
me
halfway
feel,
point. It's
that
like
makes
an
me
hour.
feel more sane because I saw that and I was like, is a commercial gonna? Because I'm used to watching streaming services with commercials and shit. When what? Oh, that's funny. All right,
Yeah,
there
like
should
if
be.
I
They should put it in the movie, the commercial.
in like old movies had intermissions. 2001: A Space Odyssey, that's not even 3 hours long. That has an intermission. You go take a piss.
Yeah,
You
no,
know.
no. Jesus Christ.
You gotta pee.
This
It's
shit is crazy. fact that
Avatar
these are
was
being
3
made-
hours.
Yeah, no intermission. Right? I
Nope.
feel like I remember seeing
They don't
in
do the intermission.
Avatar fonts intermission.
We
That's-
don't
that
got
didn't happen.
time. We don't got time for intermissions because movies are like 17 hours now. If you had if there was an intermission on the Batman, I'd turn into the Joker.
Damn.
Well, those theaters are so big
That's
now.
fu-
Those
that's
AMC
crazy.
theaters, you have to
It's as crazy as you can get.
like if you have to take a piss, you have to
It really is.
walk out of the auditorium, out of the back of the auditorium. There's like a hallway. Then you got to go.
It's like
You
the
got to go
opera.
far. Yeah, you got to go far to the bathroom. Like you're missing a big chunk of the movie when you have to pee.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah,
And
that's
hey,
why
we're
I always
human.
wear
Like-
diapers at the movies. What'd you say,
Mm,
Adam? No, you were on. What were you saying?
I kind of understand, honestly.
Let's cut that out.
It's just your body. You know, you can do whatever you want to your body.
I mean,
You
I
can
piss my
wear a
pants at
diaper
every
and
movie.
Sit in your own urine.
I don't
and
buy-
feces.
I don't buy diapers. I just sit in my own piss.
That's your bodily autonomy, right?
I tell and then I get up and I tell people, I go, God, the popcorn. Oh, the grease got on my pants. I've clearly pissed
And
my
you have a
entire
really puffy
pants.
in your pants. It's like really puffy around your where the diaper
So
is.
no, I'm saying I don't have a diaper. I just
Oh,
openly piss my pants.
Hey, remember
And
as a kid when you
say
would
the
piss your
popcorn was too buttery.
remember being a little kid and pissing your pants and just being like, oh man, this sucks. And then it's like cold on
What?
your blue jeans. And
Right.
I never did it.
you're
The
like 4 or
weird
5
wet
years old.
skin. Yeah.
Like,
Never happened to me.
piss my pants. Yeah,
I'm
pissed
I'm
myself.
writing a book right now about the times I pissed my pants in LA. I've told you about this.
I had to go to the bathroom and I didn't
You are?
realize it, and I've pissed my pants.
I pissed my pants. There's no public restrooms in LA, and I think it's a problem. So I'm writing a book about all the times I peed my pants in public in Los Angeles. It's 3 times, maybe actually 4. And I think on the 6th chapter, I'm gonna fly out to LA and purposely piss my pants just so I can get another chapter.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do for the book.
Yeah. I'm gonna
This
get
is
method.
a bombshell. This is a huge book you got. This is gonna
You
blow
see what I'm
things wide
saying? Oh,
open.
I'm already talking to Penguin.
The Penguin Press?
The Penguin, yeah. The Penguin book thing, the publisher. Penguin.
Yeah, they have
Cool.
Penguin Classics. They're a pretty important publishing house.
Yeah,
That's
right,
cool.
right.
That is cool.
They're good.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not new?
What's the title of your book?
Wait, why do you care if they're new?
The 3 times I pissed my pants in public in Los Angeles.
It's kind of long.
But there's 4, and then you're gonna go do it again, and then include.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something a little more cool, like Pants Pisser, the Ryan County story.
Well, there's
And it's like,
each.
No,
No,
I know. I want to read that book.
No.
That's grabbed my attention with a
Pants
punchy
pisser?
title like that.
have you ever seen
my
Adam
God,
Carolla's
it's
book
the
covers?
3 times I pissed my pants in Los Angeles.
Adam
It's
Carolla
literal.
has-
It's literary. It's literary. It's a book. I'm being literal.
There's one that's
I'm not
called
gonna
like
make up stuff.
in 20 years we'll all be chicks. And it's him on like a little baby tricycle. Like it's just such a bad picture of him. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In
he's
50
wearing,
years
like,
we'll all be chicks, and he's on a little girl's bicycle, but he's dressed like the wild one. In other complaints from
He's-
an angry middle-aged white guy. So I think
He's
it'd be
got
funny.
leather,
It's like,
a black leather motorcycle jacket and leather gloves and like a Newsies hat.
yeah. So
But
I
he's
think
on a little
Ryan,
girl's bike.
I think
and
your
it's called-
pants pissing book needs a little attitude.
Mm.
Like,
It's not about that. It's just factual. It's not like a novel. It's not. It's all. It's not.
it's a
it's
memoir.
not
He's treating the
fiction.
subject
It's not
respectfully, you're
fiction.
saying.
It's not. No. It's just true story. It's more of like a diary and like kind of a love letter to.
It's like Anne Frank's diary.
Yes. But instead of being trapped inside a wall, I was trapped outside of bathrooms publicly in Los Angeles.
The
And I
reverse
think it
Anne
goes.
Frank.
I think it goes to a deeper issue, and the reason a lot of chevrons or any place won't let you use. They go, "Oh, our bathroom's broken. No customers can use our bathroom." It's because of homeless people and crazy people, and I think that comes down to a more systemic issue of mental health and well-being of our people. So this book, I think, I'll probably be saying the same thing I'm saying right now on Oprah, on the Oprah Winfrey.
You can do a TED talk.
Hopefully Ted will
And you
call
piss
me
your
up.
pants. You piss your pants in the first 5 minutes, and you're like, yeah.
Now, most of you, yeah,
Look
guess
at
I got
it.
a new chapter.
Everybody
I,
laughs.
I piss in the middle of it. I do like a 20-minute rant about systemic public peeing because of mental health.
That'd be awesome.
And then I piss my pants in the last 2 minutes. I go, I guess I'm getting a light.
Be cool if you had like a body cam footage of you like in a gas station, and you're like, can I use the bathroom? Like, oh, the bathroom is out of service. So you're like, oh, okay, for real? Okay, well, guess I'm just gonna have to piss my pants right here, and then you just start
That's
pissing your pants
happened.
right in front of the AMPM, like
That's happened.
right in front of the cashier. He's like, oh man, don't do that. Like, come on.
I'm
Like,
making
yeah.
eye contact, and then I go, "Let me get a Doritos. Can I get the grape Swisher minis?" I'm like ordering stuff at the counter while I'm pissing my pants.
You're kind of like Django. You get what you want
See, so
just
that's
by
like chapter
threatening.
5
You
Yeah.
become an outlaw.
by pissing my pants.
Yeah, that's your power.
Like
No
Django,
one
if
can
he was in
stop
the,
you when you.
if he was in that bar with Colonel Jackson and those guys are all looking at him and he's just like, instead of shooting them all, if he just pissed his pants in front of them and they're like, oh
Yeah,
God,
they would have just not
gross.
respected him.
Yeah. They're like, okay, we'll
Oh,
leave.
And they go, you know what? I
this
think
is
we'll come back later.
yeah, I
And then
think this
everybody's
is
like,
over.
yeah, you did it, Django.
I think yeah, I'm thinking that's the end.
And then he does it again the second time when they come back, and then they're like, "Oh God, we thought this was a one and done. We'll take off. We'll be back." Then he tries to do it again the third time he faces off with them, but they're like, "We're not gonna fall for the piss in your pants bit, sucker." And he goes, "All right, I hate to do this," and then he just absolutely shits his pants.
The
That's the next
coffin is just full of
level.
other pairs of pants.
Well, what if they just like bash
Pissy
his dick?
pants, just a bunch of
They ba-
extra pissy pants.
they bash his dick
Already
in with the butt of
soaked.
their rifles. They just bash his dick in and they run his dick over with a horse.
A bunch of horses run in a circle and run
Start
over
smashing his
tip.
dick. Yeah, just breaking it.
Oh, oh, oh. He's laying on his side while it's
It's all
happening.
it's all bandaged up.
He's and
And
they
at the
meet
end
him
of the
at the
movie,
crossroads. He's still
yeah,
a little blood comes out first, but then some piss. And
and they're
that's how it
standing
ends.
there and he just
I can
pisses
still
himself
piss my pants.
and they're like, "Oh." They just slowly walk away and the music plays heroically.
Okay, yeah, it worked the first time. It worked the second time. Third time it didn't work. Fourth time we absolutely smashed your dick. Fifth time it works again. We're back. We're full circle. This works. We'll take off. And
Be
he's
cool
just
if the,
That's
grunting
good
with his
storytelling.
he's just grunting with his dick like leaning on a cross on somebody's tombstone. It's
He's like
just
teabagging it, basically.
yeah, just smashed. And he's it keeps slipping off
Yeah.
the tombstone. Oh man, that was a lot of fun for me.
the fucking wagon scene in
All
the
right.
military base. They just open the fucking wagon. They just piss on everybody. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
So what? So okay. What's next?
They just open the wagon and the carpet or the blankets, whatever, the curtains lift up, and instead of them with a bunch of guns and a Gatling gun, they all just are dick out, just pissing. But it's only going
Piss in your pants.
a normal piss amount.
Of course. And
So
the guys
so
and the
then they
Mexican guys
immediately
are just
just get
like,
shot, and then the wagon just gets shot. Their Trojan horse. That's their Trojan horse.
Hmm.
They didn't think about using their guns.
I would love to see that.
So what's
There's not enough
next?
piss play in the spaghetti western genre.
Not enough. I'd like
What's
to see
next?
some I'd like to see a
Not enough.
cowboy piss one single strand of spaghetti out of their dick hole.
They don't eat spaghetti either.
But I'd like to see somebody pee it.
Pee it.
A spaghetti string. A
Yeah.
spaghetti
Dick hole.
You're saying
yeah.
pee it out.
I want to see that in a western, and then they
Like a
shoot 'em.
worm. Like
Yeah,
in their
tapeworm.
dick
It's
hole.
like a
Yeah,
tapeworm.
but it's spaghetti.
Dude, has that happened? I feel like that has happened.
That's what I'm saying. I got all these any more
All
ideas,
right.
let me know.
That's disgusting.
I don't want to
idea.
think about now.
Your one
now I'm
original
thinking
idea
about
is
this.
horrible, Ryan. It's horrible.
What are you talking about?
Pissing out
This
a
is all
tapeworm.
you. This is all
That's
you.
your
No,
idea?
a strand of spaghetti. It could be angel hair. It could be skin. It could be linguine. It could be penne. A penne
Rotini?
coming out of a penne.
Ouch.
Next movie's it could be a
Fusilli.
ravioli. It could be a
my
lasagna
God.
lasagna noodle.
Oh, just a flat.
The next movie is it could be like a clamshell or a wagon wheel.
Oh my God.
A wagon wheel.
That's a type of spaghetti.
Oh, right, right. Oh, like the SpaghettiOs.
What if they were maggots and they're just like little macaronis
It's just spaghettis. Spaghettios.
just dribbling out
Alphabet spaghettios.
Is that the
Pasta-
alphabet?
pasta pisser.
and it makes that noise, and it feels good. That's
The
the
Ryan
problem.
County story.
That's the problem. It feels
It
good.
feels good,
That's the problem.
That's
and
the
it ta-
problem.
and it tastes fine. So if you got a bowl, like that's why I always carry a bowl.
Next movie is High Plains Drifter, Clint Eastwood.
Oh, nice.
What one's that?
Appreciate it.
That's
New?
Appreciate you.
What year?
that's all. That's the one you've
Been
seen
on
with
my
your
watch
dad.
list. I don't really have a lot of time to watch other things. So.
It's good. It's also a
Because
fun one to
I've
talk
watched
about.
Cool.
What year?
It's like mid-70s. Clint Eastwood directed it. It's probably the
Oh,
best movie
nice.
directed,
Prime.
I guess.
He's in
I
the
guess
prime.
maybe Unforgiven. I don't know.
That'll be great. Can't wait to talk about that.
Gran
next week.
Torino.
Oh man, that guy.
Get off my lawn.
Dude, that guy was
He's like,
pissed.
that's just one of his catchphrases.
He's angry. he pulls a chair out in the middle of a award show, an empty chair, and then he pees his pants while talking to nobody in the empty chair.
He's very
Like,
old.
oh shit, he's got some like real issues. What are we
Is
doing?
that dementia?
It is
Elder
cool.
abuse by the
that are-
RNC.
It is cool that he started off with spaghetti westerns and is now like
Very cool.
respected artist. You know, he made it. He got out of the.
Let's talk about that next week.
Yeah, if
You
we're
know what I'm
watching a Eastwood.
Yeah, not enough.
But,
Eastwood
hey, let's
talk.
keep it east of this hood.
Cool. That was a cool thing to say. All right. Bye.
Django, have you always been alone? Django, have you never loved again? Love will live on, life must go on, for you cannot spend your life regretting. Django, you must face